Hi, I want to talk to you briefly about a question that a lot of our clients ask us. Should I make an agreement with my spouse before filing for divorce? And I hate to do it to you, but the answer is a very lawyerly one. It depends. Uh, there are three sort of basic areas of agreement or disagreement that are involved in a divorce. The first is custody or parenting time, assuming that the couple has children. The second is division of assets, property, and debt. And the third is child support and alimony support, spousal support. While there's no one-size answer for whether or not it makes sense to try to come to agreement about these issues ahead of time, I think that one thing to always keep in mind is that conflict equals cost. That is, cost just in time, in terms of your lawyer's time, which means money, but also emotional cost. And the costs can be very high or very low depending on how the parties are able to navigate these difficult waters. So you always have to weigh wanting to get a result that is positive for you and your children versus the cost of being taken advantage of and entering into an agreement just to be agreeable that the terms may not be good for you in the long term. Because it's always important to keep in mind that when final orders are issued, they are not that easy to change. It is possible to change them, but it shouldn't just be assumed that if you don't like the terms, you can go back to a court and get them to change, assuming that your ex-spouse doesn't agree. The last thing that I would point out is that human beings' emotions tend to mean that we become irrational. And there's almost nothing that is more emotional than a divorce or a separation. So that's always something to keep in mind. And this is why it is very important to have counsel that you trust. Someone who will talk to you about the costs and benefits of various terms that as you decide what to come into agreement with and what to choose to put in a judge's hands. So this is a long way of saying that there are many considerations when you're separating from someone, whether you've been together for a short amount of time or a long amount of time, and it's always important to make sure that you have someone giving you advice who you can trust.